This should serve as an encouragement for our clinicians and more importantly for our patients to see the value in using technology and also sharing their data for the greater good of the community.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to the 11th session of UP Manila SILab webinar series IOL 2025. So now to present us interoperability of locally developed medical devices, insights from the UP SILab group, let us virtually welcome Dr. Nathaniel Orillaza Jr. Dr. Nat, over to you po.
I'm really honored and happy to be invited and to be sharing some of our experiences with the group. My experience working in different training institutions presented by the logos here has provided me the perspective to define the problems that our colleagues worked on to solve. So kami yung nagbibigay ng problema that our scientists, engineers, and artists solve. I am a technophile. I really get excited with new technology, especially when it relates to health. My biggest frustration was the two products coming from the same company don't talk. Why can't they talk? In our medical facilities, in our healthcare facilities, we have the same concern about medical devices, aside from literally originating from different countries that literally speak different languages. These devices were developed in silos, using terms, codes, variables that may be unique for the company or the region. For those who are using these tools in daily practice, we know that electronic data records vary between centers or users. It's not uncommon actually in the Philippines, even in my daily work, to have multiple platforms in a single center that requires redundant input of data. The technology that we thought would streamline things and connect us actually now pose new problems. Those that have it may be lost in translation trying to connect with other devices. The other aspect of it is that we still have limited access because most of these devices are imported, expensive. Is it really helping? Or is it just adding another layer of possible sources of errors when we do multiple entry of data, inefficiencies because we have to do everything again and again, and even inequity because some have it, others don't. This talk, more of a sharing of experience, some best practices that our team can share on local biomedical device development from the point of view of our young laboratory, and discuss the importance of interoperability, how it became part of the discussion in our devices, how impactful digital health interventions may be in solving problems that we regularly face. So the establishment of UP Surgical Innovation and Biotechnology Laboratory, these collaborations weren't really that formal when we started, and we tried to keep it that way. These were initiated with what we call cliques, or conversations leading to innovation and collaboration. The pandemic accelerated the development of many of these biomedical devices that we were dreaming of. And then after many online and on-site meetings, UP SIBOL was able to create biomedical devices that address the need of the pandemic that eventually we found to be useful even beyond the pandemic. So just to show some examples of that, many of the early products were geared at disinfection and protection against airborne infection. We also have capitalized on the growing interest in AI, and we could still continue to do so with several projects on markerless motion detection for applications in telehealth. And also continue to grow in our additive manufacturing capacity for medical simulation and rapid prototype. But today, the topic is focused on our telemonitoring products. So the RxBox is a pioneering telehealth service device and has multiple attached sensors to capture vital signs to aid health workers monitoring areas with limited health professionals. So this was invented with our thousands of islands isolated islands in mind, and sending data using limited bandwidth. The existing RxBox units were recently repurposed and redesigned to send the readings to local dashboards that may be observed from a distance to avoid exposure to patients in isolation, thus making it a telemetry system. The next project, which is very close to my heart, is MyBeshi, or MyBot, ensuring safety and health in isolated environments. With this a telepresence device, which aimed to connect isolated patients to initially just health workers, and then eventually even to the outside world, to their loved ones. Now, the Echo On-Site, also a telepresence device, allows remote observation of an echocardiography or ultrasound of the heart. Last, definitely not the least, is our eSteth, which is a local version of the wireless stethoscope that can wirelessly detect at present heart and breath sounds for the evaluation of a clinician. So this supports the other devices, adding another sensor to capture patients' findings or vital signs and safely transmit this to a clinician on the other side. So what did these four devices have in common? The initial idea was really just basic integration, as you can tell in our name, which we did not change, UP SIBOL Integrated. So it was really just about integration to combine these projects into a single streamlined unit. we decided to work beyond integration and include interoperability of the devices anchored on HL7 Fire. So we used such standards in developing an easy-to-use interface for integration also, for a dashboard that can facilitate the quick and efficient exchange of health data. So we kept everything to the most basic, ready to integrate to any fire-compliant system. From the same app, we incorporated control of the different devices depending on their specific functions and needs. And as a telemetry system, it allows remote real-time monitoring with the built-in dashboard and historical data recording or RxBox. It can also capture, archive, and retrieve images and videos for Echo On-Site for future discussions with patients and other specialists. We're really just starting with the work, and we're happy to provide a proof of concept that being in such an integrated and interoperable system allows the devices to seamlessly work together. This should serve as an encouragement for our clinicians and, more importantly, for our patients to see the value in using technology and also sharing their data for the greater good of the community. That is the future in health that we want to see, and these devices performing their roles to bridge that great physical and digital divide. In summary, I hope you were able to appreciate how collaborative innovation worked well for us in our specific efforts to develop biomedical devices locally, especially these telemonitoring devices. We focused on our goal of extending the reach of our severely limited health workers. Lastly, we put on center stage efforts to ensure interoperability of the new devices being developed to help these devices fulfill their roles in increasing accuracy, efficiency of delivery of care, and to improve patient safety and equity and comfort in anticipation of technologically advanced and healthier society. So if you imagine a Philippines like this, we may be high-tech, but more importantly, we have a very healthy population.
So I hope you guys keep your curious engines fired up. Magandang gabi sa lahat. Esther, magandang umaga. See you next week. Bye!